Hello and welcome to Tyson and Teddy Talk the 100, Season 7, Episode 15. It's a show where Tyson here and your boy Teddy, we come at you live. We're not live. But we record this podcast every weekend after the 100 comes out. We are now only doing it one more time after this week because this is the penultimate episode. Yes. It's such a weird word. I remember hearing that the first time when somebody was referring to the episode before the finale or the season finale. I remember hearing that and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What is a penultimate? And then I looked it up and it's like, yeah, it's finale or the episode before the finale. And I was like, okay, where the fuck does that come from? Like, yeah, it's fair. Well, we here at Tyson and Teddy Talk Incorporated LLC, we stand that word. Am I using words correctly? I think I am. Season 7, episode 15, The Dying of the Light. Not published. God, that would have been such a good joke, but I don't know the publisher of Dying Light. I was gonna be like, not made by, and then mention the Dying Light people, but Techland, right? Something like that. Oh, I'm close. Oh, you boys close. Dying Light. Yeah, developer Techland. It's not the publisher. Actually, published by Techland and Warner Bros. Warner Bros owns them? Wait, what the fuck? Huh. That's crazy. Because, for a while, a bit ago, people were talking, there were rumors that WB was trying to sell off their games division, which everybody was talking about, like Rocksteady and WB Montreal and stuff for Batman stuff, but they didn't mention this would be Techland. Or maybe Techland doesn't, maybe Warner Bros. Doesn't own them, they just publish it, maybe. Yeah, maybe they just published it. Yeah. Dying Light is one of those games that I want so badly to play. You always go back to? See, I always want to go back to, but I never fucking do. I bought the Enhanced Edition on Steam so that when I do eventually go back to it. Yeah. Because I played it originally on PS4, and now I'm like, if I ever do want to go back, down. Well, if you're watching the video version, there's your reason to watch, because look at this doggo. Yeah, look at that. There's a dog. Look at that. Yeah, I got a dog, so that's a thing. Down. Good girl. All right. She wants a lot of attention, which I will give her right after this podcast. But for now, we're not going to talk about video games. Yeah, but see, like Dying Light, if you open on Steam, there's like a billion DLCs. They're constantly supporting it. I know you don't get it, but I'm just saying there are a billion. There's a bunch of DLCs. They're constantly still making content for that game. Like, they have added on to that game a shit ton. It's crazy. And I really want to play it. Yeah. But there's still, like, I'm pretty sure there was a DLC, like, pretty recently still. Like, they're still supporting that game. It's crazy. But, like, something like that. I don't know exactly. Yeah, probably. 2015. Definitely not 14. Definitely not 14. It might be 16, honestly. Browse all. Yeah. Dying Light Hellraid is a DLC that came out on August 13, 2020. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, Yeah, not that one. That one's more like challenge rooms, kind of, in a way. I heard that one wasn't super great, but... I gotta play it. I gotta fuck. Like, yeah. That is a game that I played and genuinely really, really loved. Like, I loved the gameplay and the systems and whatnot. And it's like, if I went back to that and 100%ed it one day, I would not be surprised because, like, the gameplay and the way that world is, just all of the mechanics, they're so unique and fun with, like, I don't know. It's a super unique and fun game, and I would love to go back to it one day. Yeah. Yeah. Nighttime was terrifying when I first played that game. Absolutely terrifying. Um, but you know what else is good, Tyson? It's really sad. What is terrifying is that the show is ending, just in general. It's really a bummer. Anyways, let's talk about it, right? So the recap happens, and the one thing that I was reminded, I wrote this down, but it doesn't really come up. But during the recap, the one thing that I realized, I was like, so I forgot because Shade had stabbed himself and sent himself back. And then Maddie did the same thing, and I was like, huh, Maddie's going to the same place where the dude who said he was gonna gut her is. That's fun. And then, but it doesn't matter because he's in prison, as we'll see. Similar, yeah. Yeah, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Which, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Which the tracker thing is something we talked about last week, which they basically confirmed in this episode. So we're just gods. So we'll get to that later. So the episode begins with John Murphy getting up, hit by in a bunch of rubble, got all that shit in his hair, all that stuff. He gets up. Raven and Jackson quickly come to him, and they're trying to find Amori. And they dig her out. She's down there, still in good spirits for now. Foreshadowing. They dig her out, but then they see that it's a very classic kind of injury, is a pull through the gut. Through the side of the gut. That's a classic. And then, yeah. I literally wrote, holy fuck, please don't kill Amori. Please, 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 I'm begging you, Jason, don't kill Amori. That's my note for this last season. Which a lot of people would argue a lot of characters have done in this show. A lot of people would argue Bellamy died for no reason. Was he? Was he? Diozo, yeah. Which was a really good, like, finishing of her arc, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. It would be it would be very, very sad for us to leave John in that way. You know what I mean? I hate to say that, but it would be fucked up. It would be sad. Yeah. But he already, no. He already is. Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna fuck him over. Which, to be fair, they do a lot, so it's fine. They do that in this show. Yeah. I just really, really don't want Amori to die. Out of all of the characters, I'm like, God, don't kill Amori. What are you doing? Don't do it. Like, even, I think there are characters that I like even more that I wouldn't be as upset. Like, I think I like Raven more as a character, but if Raven died, I'd understand. I'm just like, Amori, what are you doing? Yeah, that's fair. God, I don't want to talk about it. It's too raw. Which Amori kind of alluded to, but I don't know. I hope that doesn't occur as well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, pull an arrow season 3 mid break, but there's no penicillin tea leaves to bring you back. Let's see. Yeah, I had to. I'm sorry. Let's see. I I don't get that. God, watch it. Okay, here's the thing. Watch Arrow up until the season 3 mid break, which is where it goes to shit. Yeah. God. It's so upsetting. I don't. It's very upsetting. Let's see. Okay, so they're getting Amori out. She's a wise guy over here. Then we cut over to Clark and all of them in the fighting pits. They're blocked out of the rest of the bunker completely. Clark is immediately like, we gotta get to Maddie. And she swallows the pill. And then Octavia's like, yeah, the blue pill. And then, no. And then Gaia's like, stop, Clark. We have to think this through. Which I was like, good on you, Gaia. Good on you. Clark's fucking losing her mind right now. And then Octavia's like, she's right. So that I can take the second pill. So it's like, okay, well, you're not really thinking a lot there, guys. Yeah, I guess it's fair. Sure, sure. And somebody who knows the place. Let's see. And then they realize that they're not disappearing immediately, and Hope confirms exactly what we were saying last time, because we were like, so they're not we went through a whole thing last time where we are like, they're not teleportation. They're just like they're trackers. So somebody on the other side has to activate something. And then Hope basically says all that, and we're like, yeah, cool, cool. Yeah. That's how it. I don't know. It just knows. It knows that it's in your body. There's a different level of heat. There's a different temperature, I think, when you swallow. Yeah, yeah. That's probably what it is. But then again, if you put it in a microwave, and then they're like, oh, well, yeah, and then the microwave teleports. They're like, oh, what the fuck? Let's see. Um, Clark then immediately desperately just starts clawing and pulling at the rocks, being like, we gotta get to Maddie. And then let's see, we cut over to Maddie Levitt. Levitt over here. Haven't seen this fool in a while. I was kind of like, where did we leave him? Didn't we leave him in a bad way? Like, yeah. I was like, and Octavia left him behind. So I'm like, why is he friendly this episode? That I don't. It might be the only failure of this season is Levitt's character arc, because it doesn't really make much. Like I said, from where we left him before, this doesn't make much sense that he would help them. Also, how does he know? I think they do. I think they do. Well, I think they do, which is why they had a that was my theory as to why there were a shit ton of guards outside of the door when he left. I was like, maybe that's why they're like guarding him, because he came out and gave a look like, all right, guys, like, you know. But I don't know. Maybe that's also just because Maddie's in there and she's the most important. I don't know, and the shepherd's in there. Who knows? There could be a lot of reasons. Fucking Levitt. Maddie's getting into the seat. Levitt absolutely lies and it's like, it won't hurt, which he forgot to mention the part of if you don't fight it, which I guess he didn't have to say because she didn't fight it, so I don't know. Most of it, yeah. And then Maddie sees old Mecha Commander stuff, and she tells Bill that he's wrong, and it's well this isn't it yet, but she tells Bill that he's wrong and that it's Jordan thinks it's a test and all of this. And yeah, it's not a war, it's a test. And I like how he was like, okay, you know, we've been looking at this for 1,000 years and this kid's, yeah. But then he was kind of like, I thought it was cool that he was smart enough to be like, well, you know, languages are as much of an art as they are a science, so maybe. Maybe. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So Levitt mentions how the drawing isn't registering in anywhere in the brain where it normally stores memories. And then he's like, I've never done it before, and it's extremely dangerous to push forward. And Bill's like, do it anyways. And then he's like, oh no. And then it cuts. Well, that's probably why they've never done it before, because it's extremely dangerous. Oh my god! And then we cut back to Clark. The whole group right here being very philosophical for a minute. Jordan's going on this whole thing, and this is my note. I said in all caps, "Oh shit! They're coming back to the fucking plot line of Jordan. The red sun." He mentions how the red sun toxin showed him something. He couldn't figure it out, but he knows it's important. So in the final episode, they're gonna tie it together, and I'm very excited. Sure. Maddie, he was seeing the same stuff that Maddie and the commander were, you know? Maddie and Shade Hada, I mean. Not my, hashtag not my commander. Let's see. And then Clark and Octavia, both, I wrote this down because they both exchange a look when Jordan's talking. Like, what the fuck is this kid on? Like, what is he talking about? And then at one point, Clark's like, I don't care. No. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Wow, look at that. Let's see. Haven't seen it. Shocker. And then I know. And then let's see. Gaia pointing out to Clark that Maddie is following in her footsteps. I liked a lot because Clark was like, I can't believe she'd do this. This is crazy. And then Gaia's like, she's like, what did she say? She mentioned something about saving people by putting their own life in danger. And Clark was like, fuck. And then she sat down and she's like, she goes on this whole like really anxious kind of panic attack rant, which I really liked, where she was like, did I put my mom through this every time? Did she feel this same way? Because this fucking sucks. I mean, a very similar kind of deal. And Abby was also dealing with her own stuff too, usually, you know. Whereas right now, Maddie's kind of Clark's like only real goal is keeping her safe. We do, but not really this season. Like, we've definitely seen that before, but not really this season. I mean, especially when we first, like, meet Maddie, you know? Like, that whole first episode where they meet and whatnot is really well done. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I can totally see that. Let's see. I wrote Clark is fucking losing her mind right now. This was kind of, I don't know, the music with all of this and whatnot. She said, everyone I love dies. If I lose Maddie too, I'll have nothing, be nothing. And the music here, I think, added to it, but it was very like unsettling. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, Clark. Like, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I think that's part of why it was so unsettling, because like I believe her. You know, I believe that it would break her. Yep. Yep, that'll do it. It's a lot. Yep, yep, that's a lot to deal with, that's for sure. Let's see. And then we cut over to Maury and all of them. She gets pulled out. They also realize that her leg is fucked up too, and that they have to cauterize it because it's like it's constantly bleeding. Like her blood loss is really bad. John and her have a really nice moment where they're talking about how she really liked playing primes and he didn't and all that. And I don't know, there are a lot of moments here in this episode. I don't know, it very much reminds me of the last episode. These last few episodes, all of the dialogue has been really, really well written, and I've like taken notice of it. Whereas like this moment right here with them, I was like, this is so good. Like this is written so well. Like I really liked it. Tying it together. Yeah. Relative. Yeah. 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 Oh no, she's gonna die. Yeah. I I don't think so either. I really hope they don't. Like I said, I really, really hope they don't. But I don't know. I could see it going on either way with this show, but I don't think they're going to. I don't think so. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Where else? Yeah, they have this nice moment. Jackson goes to cauterize it, and I thought this was a really good moment. John's face when she screams like in pain was so well acted. I was like, God damn, good job. Because it was just a quick cut. Like it was just a quick little cut to his face, and it was just like a fucking like ugh, like you know, like when someone you love is in pain. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I was like, that was really nice. I like that moment. And then the whole deal here. Jackson needs an actual hospital, like a sterile room with equipment and all that to actually perform surgery. Um, so they need to go to Sanctum, and they're like, all right, let's find the stone. And I was like, oh shit, we're doing this. And then so they go to the rec room because they know it's in there. Um, I guess, well, I don't know when we'll come back to this, but they do mention this. They're like, why is there an Asgata symbol on the floor? Or maybe that's like a tease for the fucking prequel. You know? Maybe they're gonna mention it there. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Are they okay? Yeah, actually, fuck. Are they okay? They might be dead. Bro, they like think I know that's not gonna happen in the actual show, but like think about it. The bomb went off. They just could have caught, fell on them too. That is actually a very good point. I forgot about that. Yeah. They mention. Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah, that's true. We will get back to them. We will see where they're at in the next episode. But for now, fuck Echo and Nyla. Who gives a shit? Anyways, let's see. So moving on. They notice the Asgata symbol on the floor. This moment I thought was pretty fucking hype. Was when they realize they have to burst through the floor, and Raven goes and finds fucking sledgehammers and pickaxe, or a sledgehammer and a pickaxe, I'm pretty sure, and comes back. And I love how she calls out to John, "Hey Thor," and then I was like, okay, because I really liked it because I mean when you think about it, how the fuck are they gonna know about Thor? Like think about that. How does she know? That's fair. That's fair. And they were both on the arc, so yeah. You see this hammer, you know what John's about to do. Well, I just liked it because it was literally like she has a hammer, then she says it, and I'm like, that was just the extra like, oh, he's got to fucking burst through the fucking floor, and that's fair. That's fair. Let's see. I really like too that like it is John and Raven who have to save Amori. It's these three. Like it's all of these connections that is at the beginning. It's like, are they gonna keep these? And they absolutely do. They definitely pay attention to the connections and shit that they even do that even happens off screen, and like the time jump and whatnot. Like I love it. Doing a great job here. Let's see. We cut back to Maddie. Bill saw a clip of Callie and loses his shit and is like, I gotta see her again. Pull her back up. Pull her back up. And then let's see. Ion. She is losing her shit. Okay. She just has a lot of energy. Let's see. Look at the video. Oh damn. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Maddie, yeah, Bill saw a clip of Callie, starts losing his mind. He shows absolutely zero regard for her, no. There we go. Yeah. 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 The one thing that the note that I had here is that he shows zero regard for her safety. Like, fuck it, we gotta get this. And then immediately like turns around and tries to comfort her. And it's like, she knows this is fake, bro. Yeah, yeah. But he tells Levitt to push forward and whatnot. Maddie saw a clip of Becca saying that Bill isn't ready. And I actually really like this because at first I was like, why is she so convinced that Becca was right and that, she's just like, I'm not helping you anymore. Like, but then it's like, I kind of like it. It shows how much of a connection she had and how the flame really worked when she had the flame, and that she kind of did trust the previous commanders in a way. Like, she knew Becca and whatnot. I like that. I think so. Yeah, that's what she said. She said, I saw what was on the other side or something like that. Um, yeah. 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 Let's see. What is this note that I have? I said, oh, okay. I see. Yeah. I didn't even notice that. Huh. Never brought it back. Yeah, I didn't notice that part. Let's see. This is I realized what this note was for. Levitt also goes to get them pulled over, which means I was thinking, like, when I read that again just now, I was like, he's pulling over who? Is he a cop now? What's going on? But yeah, he goes over to the bridge to pull over Clark and Octavia, which in my head I'm like, how does he know that I don't know. Like, think about that. How does he know? But how did he know that? Did somebody like tell him? But oh, okay, okay, okay. I missed that. Yeah, 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 yeah. So he goes over, and I love how he pulls the classic, like, "Hey, boss says to do this," and she's like, "Well, I'm not authorized to do it if you tell me." And he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll go tell the boss." It's literally what happens in Avatar: The Last Airbender in season 3 when Sokka is trying to break out his dad from jail, and he goes to the dude and he's like, "Hey, the warden said to let the prisoners out in the yard." And the guy's like, "Well, I don't know, we're in a lockdown." And he's like, "Okay, if you want to tell the warden." Sorry, I had to bring it back to Avatar. Yeah, all over, all ruined. All over. Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see, but yeah, he does that. Now we're back to Clark, and all of them. Gaia's actually like trying to teach Clark how to meditate, which I like, but Clark is absolutely not having it, which is totally fair because it's not a great time for that. I do like how her and Gaia have a moment where they hug because Clark kind of snaps at her and she's like, I love Maddie too, and they have a nice little moment, which I thought was good because I feel like Clark really needed that. Like, it wasn't necessarily that it was such a terrible thing that Clark did that she felt like she had to hug Gaia. I just felt like she was so overwhelmed that the hug was kind of for her too. Let's see. And then Octavia, Clark disappears, and Octavia's like, "I'm next. All right, get ready." And then, which I thought was cute. And then her and Hope have a nice little goodbye moment where Hope's like, "I don't want to be alone again," which is totally fair because Hope has now lost Gabriel and Dioza. And Echo, who the fuck knows where Echo is? That's very weird. But Octavia is like the last of the people that she's really spent a lot of time with, And Octavia disappears. She says before she goes, sometimes to do the right thing, you have to take a risk. Your mom knew that. And I liked how that was kind of bringing things full circle. Yeah, maybe not the best choice of dialogue. Yeah, but they don't. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they don't. She does not know them. You know what I mean? She knows stories of them. Slightly. Yeah, I thought that worked. I thought the moment where he came up and grabbed her hand after that, I was like, okay, that's good. Let's see. And then this is a small little note I have. Miller, after they leave, goes, "What now?" And Indra goes up to Gaia and she's like, "We have faith." And I was like, I really like that because this whole season, even the whole last 2 seasons, and even one could argue the entirety of the 100 is very much about like faith being bad and evil and illogical, right? And I like that this was a moment, and Indra has always been one of the ones to be against that because Gaia became a Flamekeeper and she didn't really want that for her. She wanted her to be a warrior and all this. So Indra was always the one that was very against any sort of real faith. And I liked this moment because it was a very clear message of like, sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need a little. Sometimes there is nothing more you can do but sit and have faith. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's nothing else. That's the healthy thing to do at this point is to sit and hope, So I like that. It's like, it's not all bad. It's not all terrible, everything in moderation. But yeah, I like that little moment. And now we go back to the bridge room where Levitt is like, where are they? And she's like, I wrote down the quote because it was so robotic. I thought it was funny. She's like, war preparations. We moved the bridge to a strategically advantageous location. I was like, okay, shit. Well, yeah, I don't really get how that works, but they can, apparently. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Not sure. Unclear. Yeah. Yeah, dog. That's all they got. That's the best they got, dude. I feel like, yeah, but like, what else are you gonna do? Yeah. I. Somebody gift that out. The way you did that was so funny. We got guns. Pointed at a. Yeah. I have a very different take on this scene, which is funny, but. Why is that a. Yeah, but like, why is that a big deal? I don't. I mean, I actually really like this, especially the overhead shot that they do to show all the soldiers in the. Did I say shoulders? Soldiers. I think I said soldiers. In the forest, because this was like that moment. I was like, oh, this is very clear penultimate finale money. I was like, this is where the budget's been. Like, because yeah, there was a lot more extra. Like that right there, I think, is more people that we've seen on screen like this whole time. I was like, that's a good bit of people, and the all of the weapons and props and equipment and all that actually looked really solid. I was like, this is where a lot of the money went. Like immediately I was just like, oh, money. You can spot that shit. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, what do you want? You want them bringing robot dinosaurs in there to fight? Like, what, you know? You're like, well, yeah. I'm so excited for next week. Fuck. Well, because the text said that it's the last war. They studied it for thousands of years. I mean, he did eventually. He did. That's the whole. That's Star Wars. It's the fucking final movie. Not the final movie at this point, Jesus. But Return of the Jedi, he brought balance when he fucking threw the Palpatine off the fucking thing. Well, he brought balance for a bit, right? Because he, at the very least, threw Palpatine down into the pit, which at least got rid of him for, 50 years or so. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. So, like, he at least... You just pointed out another giant flaw with the new trilogy, which is so upsetting. It's... They just didn't think it out. Like, that's such an obvious thing that if you thought... that, like, totally undermines the entire original trilogy. Anyways. Okay. Let's see. So... Yeah. Yeah. He brought balance. It's the entire 6 movies, yeah. But yeah. 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 And then somebody flies by and he drops in the little hole. I'm gonna put myself in a pod right away. I gotta get in that pod. Because this was the plan all along, he knew it was gonna happen, so. It makes me sad. I don't want it. At least we got lightsabers. What a quote. Oh my god, that's great. That's fucking great. That's fantastic. So Clark and Octavia teleport in, guns up, ready to fucking go. And they are in a forest surrounded by people all pointing weapons. And my note is literally, oh fuck. They just get sent to prison though, as we'll see later into a little cabin. Let's see. I really like this moment where Jackson, we're back with Amori and them, and Jackson goes to help Raven and Murphy, who are hammering away at that floor. And I actually really like this because I've always felt like this is true, but I don't know if it is. And now I'm just taking it as fact from a TV show that's based in complete fiction. But I love how he's like, recovery is as much psychological as it is medical. And I was like, honestly, I bet that's true. Like, yeah. I could totally see that, man. Your mind has strong powers. Yup. And they affect each other completely. It's accelerating. Yeah, yeah. I could totally see that. But yeah, I like how he says that, and then Raven immediately is like, copy that, and goes over and starts talking to her and tries her best. And I was like, good shit. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. I really like Amori starts. Raven's not doing a great job of being like, don't think about that, because Amori immediately starts to be like, once you get the stone, go to Bardo. Don't go to Sanctum. Go help them out. Don't die for me. I'm a goner. And then Raven's like, I really like this quote where Amori's like, Raven's basically like, no. And then Amori's like, you're being stubborn, aren't you? And then she's like, yeah, it's kind of my thing. But then, and I laughed and I thought it was cute. But then she was like, and I'm saving you. And then I'm going to save everyone else. That's kind of my thing too. And I was like, fuck yeah, Raven, let's go. When I don't know, the way it was edited, when she was like, and I'm saving you. And the way she acted that, I was like, good shit. I immediately was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I hope so. Yeah. That was very good. She said it was just like being with everyone was some of the best years of her life, which when you think about Amori's life, I'm like, yeah, I can totally see that. Like, for sure. Um, but yeah. Yeah, it was really well done. Really well done. Let's see. What after that? And then Amori, my note is Amori fucking isn't breathing. And then they immediately, like, she kind of passes out or whatever, she isn't breathing. And Jackson said, I don't get how this works. I'm not a fucking doctor. But he's like, I can keep her blood flowing. And he's like pumping her chest. Which, and then John's like, oh, fuck, we gotta work fast. Which I was like, I feel like he can't really keep it going for that long. I mean, I get that they went double time, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they still had a lot of work to go. If it was like, okay, we got to make the fucking final push, then I would have liked that scene or that moment a little bit more. But there was still so much hammering to do that I was like, all the symbols that they need to touch are at the top. Go underneath. That's fair. It's a TV show. Yeah, that's fair. Would have made a little bit more sense, at least. Yeah. As soon as they input the code, it's just like goes up, starts floating. Well, no, they needed to put. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It. Yeah. And they're all at the top. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see. And then they keep I did, however, even though it was a little unbelievable, I did, however, really like the emotional moment of John being like, "Oh fuck, I gotta do this." Like, I thought that was really well acted. So now we go back to Levitt. This moment I actually really like. He's trying to break them out of their little jail. And he goes and he's trying to like mess with the door, and then some people come down, and one of them, some disciples, one of them's like, since when is a level 11 doing maintenance or something like that? And he was like, I don't remember what he says, but he starts kicking their ass. But before he starts kicking their ass, in my head I was like, him saying he's a level 11 made me immediately be like, oh yeah, Levitt should kind of be a badass, right? Like, he should be really good at fighting. And then they show it, and I was like, all right, yup, there you go. Yeah, I mean, he's never... Yeah. He hasn't really had to fight yet, either. It just hasn't come up. So when it happened, I was like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I bet I know what line you're talking about. Let's see. Shade Hada's just singing, which I thought was weird. And they mentioned that they're like, that guy's been singing just ever since we put him down here. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of creepy, but I guess that's probably the point. Let's see. So he comes in, he breaks them out, hugs Octavia. When we think about where they left, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, who knows? Well, they will. Well, maybe not. There's only one more episode. I liked the moment. So they go in to break out Shade Hada because they're going to cause a distraction to get Maddie. And I like how Clark and Octavia both come in with their guns drawn. Pew pew. And they come in, they point at Shade Hada. He stops singing, looks up. He waits a second, and then he's like, well, since no one's shooting, I guess you guys need me. What's up? And I was like, yeah, I like that. That was good. It was a moment of Shade Hada being smart, you know, not being stupid. Yeah. Let's see. So he goes out, causes a distraction. That fight scene was fucking rad. It was really cool. I just have to point that out. That was awesome. Big favorite moment. Hell yeah. Yeah. It's kind of what we expected when they first showed Bardo. And we were like, oh, because we were theorizing about that place in the city and all that. We're like, we're going to see a big sci-fi, like, Doctor Who city. And then, no, it's just like hallways. But once we saw the hallways for the first time, we're like, yeah, this is probably going to be all that it is. So, it's fair. They've probably recycled some bits for it, at least. Yeah. Let's see. Cut back to Murphy swinging the hammer like a madman. Let's see. They open the bridge. I don't know why I really like this quick little moment. Jackson fucking hops on top of Amori, keeps pumping her chest. Yeah. And then Murphy gave the absolute most genuine fucking thank you. And I really liked Jackson's like, we're not losing anyone else. Like, I'm with you. Yeah, that I really like that too from John, like they were both, it's very clear, like, these characters who don't interact a lot, and this is something that could be handled not nearly as detailed. This was detail of, like, these characters are paying attention to each other and it makes sense, and they are being kind, and all of this works. But it's just not something we see super often. We don't really see them interact a ton. And I don't know. It's just these details about these characters and the connections that they have that I thought really, really worked, you know? Yeah. But it makes more sense that he would. Yeah. We're leaving your boyfriend, like, we know, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. And then they cut back to Octavia, Clark, and Levitt, like, walking, trying to get to Maddie. Really kind of sad of Levitt looking at all of the fucking murdered ass dead bodies. Just murked. Yeah. Which there was actually a lot now that I think about it. It's a little gruesome for a CW, which I always love when they do that. But it was kind of sad of Levitt being like, I grew up with these people. I was like, yikes. Sorry, bud. Oof. And then, One head's over here. It's a lot. And then, yeah, he goes in first because they figured they'd recognize him, and then they come in quickly after with the guns. And then Maddie was just in there alone, and at first I was like, this is terrifying. This is, why is she just there by herself? And my notes are like, oh no, is Maddie dead? And then they go through this whole thing. She's not dead. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what I thought the line was. Yeah. She's like, this is what it's really like. Oh, yeah. You can, like, imagine, but it's gonna be a lot different, you know, than what you think. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. And then so they go through. That's actually not the line I thought you were gonna say, to be honest. I thought you were gonna point out him talking to Octavia and being like, I didn't have a life before you. Because that's totally true. I really? I mean, it's not a great, it's kind of cheesy. That's fair. It's fair. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's fair. It's a cheesy line, but I liked it because it was a good reminder of, like, because where their relationship ended off, again, weird, but it was a good reminder as to why he is going against the people he grew up with and all of this, because he really has seen, like, everybody else is living fucking robotic lives, and he's like, oh, emotion exists. That's a pretty big fucking wake-up call, you know? Yeah. What's this? What's the? I've only seen that movie once. Let's see. So they go through this whole explanation of Maddie. Basically, she had a stroke, and Levitt explains what I have it written down. The areas of her brain responsible for voluntary movement have been destroyed. So, like, she's not gonna ever wake up again. Basically, I'm pretty sure is what I got there. Yeah, yeah. She's conscious, but she's like in a coma. She's like paralyzed, you know. Which, what the fuck? I mean, we're clearly gonna see. I don't think Maddie's dead, right? Think about this, right? Or maybe she will ascend. I don't think we're ascending. Yup. This is why I think she's not. If they had gone through with this, or I don't know, even if it was done slightly different, it'd be like, oh yeah, she's dead. Even just looking at this logically, she's dead. But like, looking at it as a show, they go through this whole long, drawn out thing of her saying goodbye. Octavia's about to fucking shoot her, and then they decide not to. And I'm like, why would you go through this whole long, drawn out thing and then never mind? We're gonna keep you alive at the end of the episode. Like, no way. She's gonna ascend. Yeah. Clark wants to be able to come back and be like, hey, I killed this motherfucker for you. Yeah. 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 Which, goddamn, I think this is probably the final thing I want to talk about before the end of this episode. She looks, basically, Levitt comes over and is like, he found the code. They're going to input the code. And then Clark, like, looks over at the gun on the ground. And it's very much like that Clark gun. Like, she has a specific type gun, you know? And she looks over at it and kind of the music shifts. And it was like, oh, fuck, it's going down. That was like, Clark's gonna go fuck him up. You know, that's what I got. And then, yeah, my final note is I'll be back after I stop the test, is what Clark said to Manny. And then in all caps, that music change, fuck him up, Clark, fuck him up. Get him. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's not gonna end if you just kill Bill. Yeah. Dude, that is so... Oh, oh yeah. Man, that's a really... For as weird and convoluted as this season has been, that's a very good point. We really have had no... We've been trying... It's been weird and convoluted, but it's definitely not been predictable. And especially the final arc. We are sitting here after the penultimate episode. There is one more episode. There is the finale. We have no real clue how it's going to end. Like, we really don't. And I bet you the way it ends, like, surprises us. I bet you that shocks us a lot. Like, coming back after next week is going to be very interesting. You know? Ascends. That's actually a good... She probably does. That would make, you know, yeah. I'm gonna fucking come for them. That's fair, dude. Yeah, that's a good point. I agree. I really hope we see what's on the other side. What if Becca's just waiting there, you know? Still alive somehow. Oh my god, he's alive. Oh shit. Oh my god. Abby, Kane, Jaha's son from season 1. Monty, Jasper, Finn's back. Everybody's favorite, Finn. Everybody's here. Smash Brothers Ultimate, the 100 edition. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Alexa, oh my god. Yeah, there's a lot of dead people. And we're not even... Rowan. Dude, how many... This is the last thing we're going to do before the end of the show, okay? That's the episode. Well, here's a little bonus game, all right, that we're going to play right now. Yeah, Harper. Monty and Harper, yep. Okay, hold on. So, welcome, everybody, to Tyson and Teddy... Try and name as many dead characters from the 100 as they can off the top of their heads. Do-do-do-do! Yeah, that's the intro song. Let's go. Lexa, Monty, Harper, Rowan, Pike, Lincoln. Who? Jasper, huge fan. Oh, Jasper's girlfriend. It's not Harper. It's shit. I don't think so. I can't get her name because I'm only thinking Harper. It's like it starts with an M. Dude with the beard in the bunker. Maya. Yup. 100%. Dude with the beard in the bunker. The hill. Pike. Because I named Pike. Oh. Oh, I know what you mean. I absolutely know that character. I have no idea who that is. It's okay. Shit, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. I'm trying to think major character. I don't think I've said Lexi yet. Maybe I have, but 9. No, I did. I said Lexa. Abby, Kane, Jaha's son, 11. At the beginning, that's fair. That's fair. Abby's husband at the very beginning, it's 13. All 100 people that Clark killed in Mount Weather, that's 113. There's gotta be. There's absolutely a million more, but we can't name them all. I'm trying to think of any others off the top of my head. Oh, you remember Luna, right? She was a big character. That's 114. I did, yeah. And Lincoln. I said Lincoln as well. That's 15. Yep, Damien. That's 16. Not actually his name. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Russell, Kaylee, Gabriel. Well, actually, Kaylee was Amori's. Josephine is who I was thinking. 18. Gabriel. That's true. That's a lot of death. I mean, the entire Earth. 7 billion. Oh, yep. Don't remember his name. I don't know if we can count him. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just saying, I don't... Wait, wasn't it like McCree? Now I'm just thinking of Overwatch. Kind of. It's high noon, everybody. All right, well, we're getting out of here. Guys, thank you for watching. This is I think this is the best episode we've ever done. I think this was a good time. And I'm going to be sure to tweet it and whatnot. Guys, you know where you can find that tweet. At twitter.com/TeddyChinaris. You can also go to twitch.tv/TeddyChinaris, where tonight, I think, you won't hear this in time, but check the VOD. I might actually, I think I'm going to be streaming. I think I'm going to hop on and try Hades for the first time, which I'm pretty hyped about. And that's about it. YouTube as well, I guess. And catch me in the streets, Tyson. What about you? Oh, bro. I mean, that's fair. I'm supposed to stay home, but I gotta pay rent, doggy dog. You know what I mean? That's fair. All right, well, everybody, I'm gonna give you a dog one last time before. Yeah, look at Ion. Look at her. Oh, look at her snuggling. Look at this. Look at the camera, Ion. Look at this. Everybody, watch the video version. Type in Tyson and Teddy Talk the 100 on YouTube. You'll find it. I think the channel's called Tyson and Teddy Talk, or just Tyson and Teddy. What's the actual channel? Oh, okay. Oh, look at Frank. That's a big old cat. Look at that cat. That's a big cat. Both of her pets are just black. Like, she's chocolate, but Ah. Why are you licking my hand? You never do that. She does this. She just like hugs me sometimes. I don't know why. It's adorable. Aye, down. Good girl. Alright, well, I'm going to have to take her on a walk because she has a lot of energy. And then I think I'm going to grab a burger and then hop on stream. So that is my night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, click that bell. Franklin says, click that fucking bell, you idiot. right, we will catch y'all next week for the finale. The season/series finale, y'all. All right, bye.